So here we have a new 2025 Nissan Kicks. This one comes in the S trim level in fresh powder, and then we get charcoal cloth interior. All-wheel drive system included in this one. So powertrain consists of a 2-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine mated to a Xtronic CVT that gets you 141 horsepower, 140 pound-feet of torque. But to the front end here, LED headlamps and LED daytime running lights. So I'm pretty impressed by what you get in terms of the lighting for the new Kicks on the base level trim. Now to the wheels here, these are going to be 16-inch steel, but the wheel covers look really good. They actually look like real wheels until you actually get up on the wheels themselves. So I'm impressed by that. Now over here to the windows, we do get one touch up and down on all 4 doors, power mirror controls, power door lock controls, and we do get standard blind spot monitors. Hood release there. We do get a manual tilt, telescoping steering wheel. And there is our 6-way manual driver seat, so we can pump the seat up, down, adjust the seat back there, and the seat bottom here. And I apologize for the wind, it just always picks up whenever I'm out here in the middle of the day, out of nowhere. But big thanks to Nissan of Cool Springs for allowing me to review this Kicks today. I'll leave a link below in the description. But if you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click on that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information. I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get to the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. But sitting behind myself, being 6'3" with longer legs in the back seat, that's my space there. If I had like maybe an inch or two more room, this would be okay. But my knee is just kind of stuffed in between the seat and the side there, but not terrible. Seat back pocket on the passenger seat. View of the front, headliner, and then the middle seat there. Grab handle. I guess the child locks are on. Now to adjust the child locks, unlock, lock there. There's a look at the back end. I like that we get a nice looking rear end, even with this being an S trim level there. So quick look underneath the car, the exhaust. And then the top tethers for the car seats are actually kind of stuffed back in here in the middle of the seat. So they're hidden from view. And it looks like we have a front license plate cover if you need that. And then we have tire inflator kit here. But I like that we have storage on the side that's kind of covered off if you want to put a few things that you want on the back, but you don't want them rolling around. But overall, so far it's pretty practical as I'm taking a look at it. Cabless fuel filler here. And then from the rear passenger seat, pull up here on either side. And when the seats up front are up far enough, you can fold these flat, and then pretty easy to put it back into place. Now here's our manual front passenger seat. That's 4-way, so just the seat back can be adjusted, and the seat bottom here. Glove compartment there. And then let's take a look at this window sticker. So y'all can pause anywhere you need to take a closer look at anything, but only $25,730 for the sticker price. And that does get you all-wheel drive, but 27 city, 34 highways with the EPA estimates you'll get with this vehicle. But let's take a quick look in the engine bay. And there's that 2-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder. And then if you're interested on how this car is made, there you have it. Let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat next. So there's a steering wheel, like a hard plastic vinyl wrap. There's a horn sound. Over here to the radio, this is where you can put in your Bluetooth connections. Right in here in the settings. And then you can also adjust your language here if you so choose. And that's the home page there. Basically, you just have your audio and then your settings. So pretty easy to use. You get an aux input, which is nice. Adjust the brightness there, volume, click there to turn the audio off. Hazards button right there. And there's your backup camera, and the guidelines do not follow you as you turn the steering wheel, so it just kind of stays stagnant like that. Now down here you have your AC controls. The vents are actually integrated very nicely here, but fan speed, fan direction, temperature, AC toggle, everything else kind of self-explanatory. And then aux input, USB-A input there. Electronic parking brake, pull up to engage, hit the brake, press down to disengage, automatic brake hold. Your drive modes can be adjusted here. And I love that we have 4 drive modes. So what's really important with the all-wheel drive is you do get the snow mode, and you can toggle that there, but then eco, standard, and sport. And then for the shifter, just hit the brake, reverse, neutral drive. Bottle holders, center console cubby space. You do have a 12 volt in there. There's a look at the back. There are your lights. And there's your vanity mirror. So automatic, low beams, and you have the high beam assist, which is nice to have on this S trim. But you can toggle the high beams there if you so choose. And then on the right side, you have your intermittent wiper. So one time off, intermittent low, high. We can adjust that intermittent sensitivity or frequency right in here. And then your rear wiper is there. So push back for the rear wiper fluid, pull up for the front wiper fluid. Over to the steering wheel itself, volume can be adjusted there, track list, radio station presets. We can pull up our shortcut menu there, and then we can scroll through here and go through our sub menus by using these arrows. So we do get tire pressure monitors, torque meter, and all of that. And then we can check out the fuel economy. And then over here, cruise control. So very nice we get the intelligent cruise control. And then the gap can be adjusted there, Bluetooth phone button there, voice recognition, then we can set the speed right there. Push button start. And then finally, here's our key fob. But next, let's go ahead and take this 2025 Nissan Kicks S with all-wheel drive out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in this Nissan Kicks here, behind the wheel of this as opposed to an SL or something like that, you can tell that this is a relatively basic vehicle. Steering wheel does not feel necessarily expensive. A nice way to put it. The radio, again, doesn't feel as nice. Everything else is what I'd expect from a Nissan Kicks, but I mean, you're looking at a car that stickers under $26,000, so that means you're probably getting it in this market cheaper than that. And what makes it so, I think, such a good deal is this also has all-wheel drive. So this is something that you can take on light trailing or whatever and not necessarily have to worry about getting stuck. Specifically in those lighter snow conditions. But I'm just really impressed by the overall maneuverability of this vehicle. Now it is an S, so again, it's, you know, it doesn't feel as nice, but it does drive the same as any other Kicks would, the 2025 model year with all-wheel drive. So it still is something that's more enjoyable to drive, to me at least, than the outgoing model, the 24s and earlier. Gonna give it a slight pull here in eco mode. So the good thing about the CVTs is they don't necessarily redline, especially depending on the drive mode you're in. So it still gives you good pull without feeling like you're straining that engine. And that's one of the reasons I like these. Not really my cup of tea, so that's about the only thing I like about them, but you know, there's that. So I'm going to put it into sport mode now, getting ready to get on the interstate. Here we go. So relatively good power for a naturally aspirated 4-cylinder, especially in a vehicle that sits more like a compact SUV instead of a car. But again, we do have the intelligent cruise control here, which is pretty great on an S trim level. But I want to give one more thanks to Nissan of Cool Springs for allowing me to review this Kicks today. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click on that second link down below, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you that best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. But overall, I think people in this segment will be pleased with this. If it was me, I would go up to the SV, get the nicer screen, the nicer interior. I think it's worth the few $1,000s. But if you are just trying to just penny pinch and save anywhere you can, this is a good option, specifically having all-wheel drive here for barely over $25,000. You can't beat that in something like this. But the overall driving capability of it, it's decent for what it is. It's not fast by any means. I wouldn't say it's quick, but it does get the job done for what most people in this segment need. And you know, they did a great job doing the redesign as well. Just very nice, very tasteful. So again, if you're in the market for something like this, definitely make sure you take a look at the new 2025 Nissan Kicks, and this one has all-wheel drive in the S trim level.